UFC Fight Night, Edwards versus Brady. Here's my experience.
I see my haters proud of me now. When I'm around, it's all smiles. I took over my whole town.
All right, to kick this thing off, I'll give this card a solid 6, and 6 might be generous. There is no oohs or ahs in this fight card. And the first prelim fight I want to talk about is the Puja Tumar versus Sean O'Bannon fight. That fight was absolutely crazy. Going from potentially being knocked out by a highlight reel KO to able to finish in an armbar on the ground was fantastic for Sean O'Bannon. What's next for her, I have no idea, but that fight was very exciting. And the first time of the night that I stood up and said, oh my God. The next prelim fight I want to talk about is Mr. Marcin Tybura versus Mick Parkin. I thought Mick Parkin did enough to get the win, but then again, it wasn't overwhelmingly enough for it. I wasn't too mad that they gave the fight to Tybura. It was just one of those things, whoever won it, won it. There really wasn't that big of a swing in the fight either way, and I really think it depends on how you score the third round, and the judges gave the third round to Mr. Tybura, and it is what it is. And the last prelim I'll talk about is Mr. Lerone Kavanaugh versus Felipe Dos Santos. Felipe Dos Santos is one of my favorite prospects that I've seen. He has not had the best run in the UFC so far. Hopefully the UFC keeps him around because he's always exciting and always fun to watch. While Lerone Kavanaugh, undefeated still, he looked fantastic. Outside of the first round, I think he dropped the first. He was able to rally and win the last 2 rounds pretty easy. But this fight was a very fun one between 2 of the best prospects at 125, and I can't wait to see what both of them do. Kicking off the main card, we have Mr. Nathaniel, the prospect Wood versus Morgan Charrier. Nathaniel Wood, my bad. If I would have made a prediction video, I would have talked about you bad. I'm glad I didn't. That man Nathaniel Wood put it on Morgan Charrier. I don't know what happened to Charrier. I don't know if he slept bad or what, but he did not look like himself out there. He just looked slower, and he just looked like he couldn't get off, while Nathaniel Wood looked like an absolute demon, throwing hands and feet, knees, whatever he wanted to throw, and it landed viciously almost every single time. I think he probably could have did better in this performance is get the finish, but he was damn near close several times. So Nathaniel Wood, I tip my cap to you. Great performance. Following that fight, we had Mr. Chris Duncan versus Jordan Vucenic. Vucenic was a massive favorite coming into this fight. I think it was like minus 300 or something like that. And Chris Duncan was able to take the first round pretty easily, and he was able to end the fight in the second round. That gives Chris Duncan his second finish in a row, and he is also 4-1 in the UFC. Who do you guys want to see this man fight next? He said he wants Terrence McKinney, and I think that's going to be a fun fight. I doubt it makes it past the second round. Following that fight, we had a hometown favorite, Molly McCann versus Alexa Ternina. I know I butchered that girl's last name, but we're going to go with Alexa from now on. Alexa was able to show that she belonged in the UFC pretty easily, getting the first round finish over the hometown favorite, Molly McCann. Molly McCann did announce her retirement from the sport of MMA. I kind of seen it. I mean, she couldn't compete with a UFC debutant, and it's only harder after that. But shout out to Alexa getting a finish in her UFC debut, and thank you, Molly McCann, for all the special memories that you gave the UFC fans and MMA fans in your career. Following that fight, we had the fight that I think I wanted to see the most. We had Kevin Holland versus Gunnar Nelson. And I wanted to see this fight the most because of 2 things. Gunnar Nelson rarely ever fights. And Kevin Holland, what is he like? What is he going to do? Is he just fighting for a check, or does he want to win fights? And this fight, I feel like Kevin Holland, he could have gave up multiple times on multiple submission attempts, and he stays true, he stayed fluid, and he was able to get out of multiple submission attempts by Gunnar Nelson. I think he has one more solid run in him at 170. At 170, not 185. 185, he's just too small. He fight anybody that has decent grappling or a high-level wrestling, it's over for him. He seems like he can't get up because the guys are just bigger than him. But striking, if it's just a striking fight, if it's like karate combat, I like Kevin Holland a whole lot in a lot of matchups. But the title run in the UFC has to come at 170. But it was a pretty good performance from Kevin Holland. What did you guys think about it? Let me know. In the co-main event of the night, we had Mr. Carlos Ulberg versus Jan Blachowicz. Really not that impressive a performance from either one of these guys. Whoever got the decision, I was like, okay. And I don't think I said ooh or wow one time in that entire fight. And that's insane because I feel like Carlos Ulberg is one of the best 205ers coming up right now. And his performance versus the former champion was not something I wanted to see from him. I know it would be hard to knock out some former champions and guys who like to counter punch, but it looked like Carlos Ulberg didn't even try to knock him out at all. I mean, it was leg kick, jab, jab. It was no wow moment. There's no wow factors in this fight, and that's something you don't want to see if you're trying to buy yourself for a UFC title shot. I don't think he gets the title shot next. I mean, you still got Yuri in the wings, Khalil Rountree, Alex Pereira more likely getting his rematch, and that fight just doesn't leapfrog you. In the main event of the night, we had Mr. Leon Edwards versus Sean Brady. Sean Brady, absolutely domination. Absolute domination. Bell to bell, Sean Brady whooped that man Leon Edwards' ass in front of his hometown, his home crowd, and it was very ugly. Bell to bell. When I say he whooped his ass, demolished, destroyed, annihilated. Up some synonyms for destroyed. Mucked up, foul up, cooked someone's goose. Everything you want to say about that performance from Sean Brady, he whooped Leon Edwards' ass. Bell to bell. He got the finish, and he set a UFC record for 4 minutes and 57 seconds worth of ground control time. You spent 3 seconds of a round on your feet and let a grown man hold you down for 4 minutes and 57 seconds, Leon Edwards. That's insane. Sean Brady said he doesn't want the title shot right now. He said he thinks he deserves a #1 contenders fight, and I agree. I agree wholeheartedly. Dominating a former champion like that, I think he earned an opportunity to fight for the #1 contenders fight, in my opinion, and hopefully everybody else's opinion, because an ass whooping like that on enemy soil is always a good showing. But what did you guys think about tonight's? But what did y'all think about UFC London? Let me know down below. What was your favorite highlight? What was your favorite low light? What was your biggest surprise? Like always, if you enjoyed the video, please make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Be good people. Peace.